All right, now we're going to do another example of polynomial division where we are missing some terms in the first polynomial. What I mean by that is this is a quartic polynomial, fourth degree. There's no term that is of the third degree. There's no term that's of the first degree. So no x cubed and no x by itself. But when we do the division, some of those terms might appear. So we do have to consider them in our problem. Since this is a fourth degree polynomial and we're dividing by a linear, we know that the other factor, or this quotient here, is going to be cubic. And a cubic function generally should have four terms: x cubed, x squared, x, and the constant. So we're going to set up our box of 4 by 2. Again, 4 columns because we'll have cubic, squared, linear, constant. When we go to write our polynomial down here, what is kind of our original polynomial that's being divided, but also our product when we use the area model, we're going to write x to the fourth. And then for the cubic term, we're going to write 0x cubed, negative 13x squared, 0x, and 36. So we're just putting those 0 times x cubed is 0, which is why it's missing up here. We're just putting a little holder in there so we don't forget about it while we're working. Okay, great. Like we see from before, this x to the fourth will go in this first box here, which makes this x cubed. And when we multiply, we get 2x cubed. So already we're seeing that term with the x cubed that wasn't in our original polynomial. So since we know that these two have to combine to give us this term, and this term is 0, this one must have been negative 2x cubed. So that negative 2 and positive 2 add up to 0. And then just like before, we know that this was negative 2x squared. We can multiply these together to get negative 4x squared. Again, just like before, these two terms will add up to give us negative 13. So negative 4 and negative 9x squared add together to give negative 13x squared. That makes this a negative 9x and negative 18x. And once again, we have a 0 for this term, which means that these two must be opposite. So that when we combine them, 18x and negative 18x give us 0x. That makes this 18. 2 times 18 is 36, which is what we wanted. Therefore, we know that this polynomial divided by this factor here is going to give us this polynomial here, since when you multiply these two factors, you get this as your product.